Well, ladies and gentlemen, here I am with an announcement that I think we all knew was inevitable and was a long time coming, as much as I didn't want to admit it or think of it, and as much as I promised I'd never be saying these words again. But I think this day would be as good as any to announce that things are getting too tough with the concussions and my spinal conditions and the fact I probably have CTE and all the dickheads out there causing me trouble and trying to sabotage my shows and mess with my mind and put me in a bad mental and even worse physical state than I'm already in. So I figured this day would be as good a day as any to announce that James High Octane Lanham is retiring as of today from pro wrestling and promoting pro wrestling and commentating on pro wrestling or having any involvement. And I know there's going to be a lot of people happy to hear this, and I didn't want to ever have to say these words again like I did back in 2013 when my back was fucked and I had to retire. And I scratched and clawed and got back into it. It's a hard decision to make, especially with Kara's fight for Emma still, well, it was still on the horizon, and the fact I bought a new ring, what am I going to do with that? But I thought it's particularly fitting on this day, the first day of April 2026, to announce that I'm not going anywhere. This is an April Fool's joke. And I know some will be very happy to hear and very relieved to hear that this is just a fucking rib. But I know there's going to be some absolutely despondent. I've just ruined their day, just ruined their lives, even more than they've ruined their own day and their own lives. This is the 1st of April, 2026, and I want to tell you that that was an April Fool's Day joke. I'm usually a pretty straight up and down, pretty honest guy. Except when I do a reverse screw job or something like that, and those in the know, they know. But, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. So, I may not be doing this as much as I used to do it. I may not travel as much as I used to for wrestling. But that doesn't mean I'm any less passionate, any less driven, and any less sticking around in the Australian pro wrestling scene with my ICW Central West pro wrestling shows, the Kara's Fight for Emma, raising money and awareness of tongue cancer, doing good with this platform of pro wrestling that I have, instead of so many others that are doing bad. I'm joining the other ones that are doing good, and joining those in my community who are driven and constantly doing good, taking the lessons from them, taking the lessons from Emma, taking lessons from Emma's dad, from my grandparents, all the people who did good, even if at times it was at their own detriment. And that's very much me. I know that some of the haters, some of the cosplayers, some of the naysayers out there have been pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to get the announcement that you all just thought that you got. And rest assured, it's never happening. I don't care. I don't care if I cark it. I don't care if that means I get my main roster call up from CTE because of stress or whatever. My main roster call up to the big wrestling arena in the sky. I don't care if they have to wrap me in a shiny, bright, beautiful trash bag, take me out Glen Logan Road to the Cara Tip. I really don't care. I'm still doing this no matter how bad it is for me, emotionally or physically or mentally. I'm still sticking to this. The ICW Central West Express is on the tracks. The rest of me may not be, but the ICW Central West Express has never been more on the tracks. So, to those of you who thought they got what they want, you're never getting it. April fucking Fools, dickheads. And for the rest of you, thank you for the love. Thank you for strengthening me. Thank you for, no matter what the circumstances were, where they came from, what tragedy struck, what illness, what injuries. Thank you for keeping me on the straight and narrow. Thank you for keeping me sticking to this. Thank you for giving me whatever support that has strengthened me to keep me going with this. Both, whether it's people within the wrestling community, the Cara community, Emma's family, my family, anyone else. Thank you for keeping me going with this. It may not be as often, but it's going to be every bit as good, if not better. So, on that note, don't you forget that Kara's Fight for Emma, Kara's annual pro wrestle not quite annual, but just about pro wrestling show held regularly that fights Tongue Cancer 279 for Emma with you guys as our tag team partners is brought to you. Well, the next one will be Saturday, November 13th, 2026, brought to you by Emma's Tongue Cancer Charity, Club Cara, ICW Central West with the help of Cara Community Enterprise and so many others. It will be held at Cara Civic Centre. Buy your tickets now from the Cara Civic Centre box office or website. And that date, November 13th, is very significant. That date was the night in 2004 I made my pro wrestling debut in Turner PCYC in Canberra. And barely anyone from that show is still going. Most of them have fallen by the wayside, and understandably so. But Rex is still going. Super Crimson Mask is still going on occasion. A few of the others, a couple of them have gone off and made fools of themselves and ruined their reputations and careers. But everyone else is still going, of the ones I mentioned, and doing great things. And the others are rightfully and deservedly resting on their laurels. But, yes, as I said, I'm not going anywhere. There's no retirement. There's no closure of ICW Central West. We're coming straight ahead, straight down the tracks here in Cara Civic Centre. Buy your tickets now while you still can. Remember, last year's show sold out months ahead of time. Same with the one before. Keep buying those tickets. Keep watching this High Octanes Obsessions YouTube channel. Keep supporting Emma's Tongue Cancer Charity, as well as Club Cara, Cara Community Enterprise, ICW Australia, Extreme Capital Wrestling, Australian Pro Wrestling, and a lot of other great wrestling promotions out there. A lot of other great businesses in town. Support that restaurant down at the Cara Hotel, in the old Cara Hotel building. The lovely couple who run that. It's my favourite place to eat in Cara, alongside Club Cara. So get down there, support those guys. That part of that Cara Community Hub, that Cara Community Enterprise venture. Just keep going, keep pushing forward, whatever you're facing. I know we're all facing things at the moment, more so than ever. But keep pushing forward. As well as the oral cancer awareness and tongue cancer charity, the point of ICW Central West is to strengthen you guys, show you what we can do, and you guys can do even better. If people with the injuries and the issues that myself have and so many other wrestlers have faced can keep pushing forward, keep doing what we're doing, well then you definitely can keep going with whatever you're facing in life. Rise above, keep achieving. You can just keep on keeping on. Sometimes the biggest victory is keeping on keeping on. Not everything has to get bigger. Not everything has to make $1 million. Just doing your thing can be, and well, is the biggest victory of all. And especially if you're doing it for the right reasons. And for the fact that everyone will know and love you. And when the time comes, you'll also get your main roster call up. So, of course, and God bless. Thanks the good Lord for what he's done for me. Thank you all for what you've done for me. ICW Central West is here to entertain, inspire, and empower. Keep buying those tickets. Keep doing what you are doing unless, of course, you're the dickheads that I mentioned. But apart from that, just keep soldiering on, keep on keeping on, keep rising above, and we'll continue to do so for Emma forever.